So you ever get an idea that just won't go away? That's what this is for me. This is the Dungeon Mama's Guide. And you, the mom, the auntie, the teacher, the person who loves kids or loves stories, you're my Dungeon Mamas. And I suppose you don't have to be a woman to be in this particular group, but it's certainly a group I felt might be underserved in some respects. There's a lot of great material out there for geeks of all ages, but there tends to be a certain demographic that's targeted. And certainly the bar to entry is kind of aimed towards teens, early 20s, maybe even children in many cases. For a lot of geek culture, it's not aimed at moms. You don't see Gen Con or Dragon Con or Comic Con saying, hey grandma, come on out and toss some dice with us. Hey mom, this is a place for you. And if you saw it in the hotel where you were staying, you might not feel like you were particularly welcome there. But I assure you, there's a place at the table for you, and a very important one. And if you'll stick with me through the videos on this channel, what I'm going to address is all the ways that your life could benefit from having more stories in it, and could benefit from having a lot more laughter and play, because moms and teachers and aunties and grandmas, we spend a lot of time doing all the hard stuff. And that's not to say guys don't, but we notoriously, it's sort of a meme, are martyristic. We do our work sometimes thanklessly and sometimes without a lot of laughter. But women have been telling stories since like the dawn of time, whether it was around the campfires at night or during the day doing chores together. We sit together at holiday meals and we recite all the old events that our families have gone through over the years. Which one of us hasn't retold a silly story of one of the kids in our lives about 100 times to every person we've met? These are things that inherently tell us that story belongs to women. We have a place at the table, and that the dice, while important, are not everything. We have story all around us. There's story not just in the romance novels you're reading and in the true crime podcast that you're listening to, but there's story in every moment in your lives. And I think that when we start looking at that a little more analytically, when we purposely include story in our lives are better. And what's more, our children's lives are better. So I am inviting you, this is your invitation, to come along on my journey with me as I start building this channel, and all the resources I hope to give to you, my mom duels, which will be these adventures that will teach you how to do this without the sorry about the traffic in the background, the high dollar books or strange dice that you know nothing about. And if you are a former geek who maybe hung up your dice bag a long time ago, I'm inviting you back. You are not too old. You are maybe not the same manic pixie dream girl you were in college. Maybe you're not the goth queen who could have tales spinning like crazy around your social circle, but you are still relevant. And your stories, maybe now more than ever, since you have some experience under your belt, they matter. And we need your stories. We need you to share them. I need you to get out of the wings and come back center stage. It's time for us to share our stories. Let's do that together. And if you don't know where to start, Dungeon Mama's Guide is a great place. And there are so many other creators who are going to be able to welcome you into their circles as well. But this is a great entry point. If you've never been a part of that, come be a part of it now. And if you've been away a while, welcome back. We're so glad you're here, Mama.